Hey there, CJ Math students. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through notes 3.13, and we're going to be talking about tax today. So a tax is a percentage added to the original price, or when we're talking about a paycheck, it's the amount of money that you're going to have taken out of your paycheck. So problem number one, the average teacher in the U.S. earns about $45,000 per year. LeBron James earns $23 million per year from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pretty big difference there. If they are both paid every 2 weeks, what do their pre-tax checks look like? So before any taxes are taken out, what do they make every 2 weeks? So to understand this problem, we have to understand, all right, so every 2 weeks, how many weeks are in a year? There are 52 weeks in a year. So if I'm getting paid every 2 weeks, to figure out how many times I'm going to get paid, I'm going to do 52 divided by 2. When I get that, I get 26. So basically I'm going to take their total salary, $45,000, and divide it by 26. And for LeBron, $23 million, and divide it by 26. So before taxes, a teacher makes $1,730.77. You can put that in their check there. Oops, you don't need the dollar sign. There's already a dollar sign. $1,730.77 every 2 weeks. LeBron makes a little bit more. He makes $884,615.38. So as you can see, he makes more in 2 weeks than teachers make in an entire year. Think about that. All right, now let's go ahead and break it down by day, hour, and minute. All right, so you'll take the $45,000 that a teacher makes in a day and divide it by how many days there are in a year. That's 365, right? And for LeBron, you'll take his $23 million and divide it by how many days in a year as well. It's 365, right? We're using the same two denominators in all these problems. That's how we're able to compare these two radically different salaries. So for a teacher, if I round it to the nearest cent, they make $123.29 a day. Whereas LeBron, if I round it to the nearest cent, he makes $63,000, $1,013.70. So LeBron makes more in a day than a teacher makes in an entire year. And we have to think about why that is. Well, our society values entertainment. LeBron is obviously a really good entertainer. And just think about it, there are a lot more teachers out there than there are LeBron James, right? There's only one LeBron James. When you are unique, your salary usually increases exponentially. It goes up really, really big. But when a lot of people can do your job, right, usually the salary is about a lot lower, right? So uniqueness really affects kind of the salary of your job sometimes. So for hours, what we're going to do is take their daily rate of $123 and divide it by how many hours in a day. Divide by 24. A teacher makes per hour on average $5.14. LeBron James will take his daily rate of $63,013.70 divided by 24 hours. LeBron, he makes $2,625.57 per hour. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Now, for a teacher to figure out how much they make a minute, we're going to take their hourly rate, $5.14, and divide it by how many minutes are in an hour, which is 60. And for LeBron, we'll take his hourly rate of $2,625.57 and divide it by how many minutes are in an hour, 60. Teachers per minute, rounded to the nearest cent, make about 9 cents per minute, whereas LeBron, rounded to the nearest minute, makes $43.76. So LeBron makes more than in a minute than a teacher does in an hour. And in fact, LeBron, if he works for like 3 minutes, he's going to make just about as much as what a teacher makes in a day. Pretty crazy, right? So look at this advertisement. You don't have the advertisement pictured, but I did some research, and a Honda Civic is online, costs about $20,815, right? How long would a teacher and LeBron each have to work to afford this car? So for a teacher, we can just basically set up, all right, I want to buy this car at $20,815, and I could say, all right, how many days would I have to work to buy this car? So I just divide it by my daily salary of 123.29. All right, for LeBron, I could go ahead and say, all right, my Honda Civic costs $20,815. Again, how many days would I have to work? So you could just put down LeBron at $63,013.70. So LeBron's not even going to have to work a day, obviously, to afford this car, right? He's going to be able to afford it in a fraction or a percentage of a day, right? So 20,815 divided by 123.29. For a teacher, it's going to take about 168.8, so 169 days. And for LeBron, what's the fraction of 1 day that it's going to take him to afford this car? It's going to be about 0.33 days. So what's 0.3 of a day, right? What's 0.3? 0.33 of 24 hours, right? So times 24, it's going to take him about 7.9 hours, right? Not long at all. Okay, now a Maybach, much different class of car, cost $8 million. So pretty different from the Honda Civic. So let's see how many days. So this is days. Let's see how many days again it takes a teacher to buy a Maybach. So $8 million. That's 6 zeros. Divided by their daily salary of $123.29. Using Google Calculator again, I get 64,887. We'll call it 88 days. Now that doesn't even make sense because I can't even fathom that. So let's divide that by 365. What do we get? We get, because divided by 365 would tell me how many years, right? It will take me 177.78 or 77 years to try and even buy a Maybach. So I shouldn't even bother because I'll be long gone before I can do that. For LeBron, at $8 million for a Maybach and his daily salary of $2,625.57, how long will it take him to afford that Maybach? We have 1, 2, 3, divided by 2, 625.57. It will take him, oops, I did by his hour salary, my fault. I was about to say that's not going to take him that long. My fault. So 63,013.70. My fault. So 8 million divided by 63,013.70. It's going to take him 126.9, or we could round it to 127 days. So not even a year. Pretty crazy. All right, that's it for part 1 of the notes.